Hey everyone, exciting day today at Automotive Passion. Behind us is our final finished product for the 718 GT4. This car used to be in our AP fleet before we moved on to the GT4 RS, which allowed us to use both cars to be able to develop our components which cross between both models. So before we move on to the bonnet and explain in a little more detail about our GT4 RS bonnet that we have made, we are going to talk about the components that we have in front of us, which most people will be most excited about, as the bonnet is going to be a fully functioning aero bonnet. So in front of us we have some original components from Porsche, replacement inner arch liner trim. We then have the rubber underside of the hood and a small push rivet plug. We then have the most important part of it all, the rubber hoses, which are going to be held in place by the small pop rivet plug, which is going to be held on to the side panels. Most exciting part of it all is heading onto the underside of the bonnet. Identical to the original RS bonnet, we have used all the original mounting point and hole locations. We have aluminium underside plates with all built-in threads to ensure maximum strength and security. Our bonnet will be TUV approved, so this was a very important part to ensure that the bonnet was going to be the exact same as OEM from a structural point of view. On the underside of the bonnet, we have a full replacement original factory RS panel, which comes with the option 2 in the kit. This will replace the original rear underside panel, no cutting needed, and is all plug and play. With your original bonnet, you're also going to transfer over the rubber hood stoppers along with the water washer jets. Let's dive into the installation. You're going to remove both front wheels. We are then going to get started with the plastic arch liner. Fortunately enough, with this full installation, you are able to reverse everything with it being plug and play, and the plastic arch liners are very inexpensive from Porsche. As you can see, we have made a little drawing diagram on the inside of the arch where the cutout is going to be. We will also share this with you upon purchase. Moving on to removing the plastic arch liner, we have 6 small self-tapper screws, which you can see we are removing here. Once all the self-tapper screws have been removed, the inside arch liner panel will slide right out, and you will then be able to see right up into the underside of the bonnet and be able to locate the exact location where you will be able to feed the plastic hosing down and into the arch. Secondly, we are needing to remove 5 small self-tapper screws on the underside of the front bumper along with the under tray cover. We're going to go ahead and get these removed. This will allow the plastic arch liner to be fully removed. The next step, we have now been able to remove the full inside plastic arch liner cover. As you can see displayed here, it slides out of place. We are now able to move on to the top side. We have had a helping hand feeding the ducting through and into the arch liner below. It is then quite finicky and fiddly to get the ducting into place. So you're going to pull the ducting up all the way through and up to the top panel. The ducting has a small lip on it which folds over the top panel, and you're then able to secure it with a small lip as shown, which slots and pushes into place to secure the ducting onto the top panel. Once you have done one side, you will find the other side a whole lot easier. As you can see, it is quite fiddly, so take your time. Finished example of how it should look once fitted. You will see the small little indentation. The lip is folded over and the little ridge is then slotted into the cutout position. The left-hand side is then tucked underneath, and that is the duct held securely in place so that you get all of the benefits of the airflow filtered in to those lovely big brake discs on the underside. Next step, once we have everything secured in place, we are going to now move on to the underside and get the ducting secured in position with the new arch liner panels. Back onto the underside, you can now see the ducting has been threaded through the whole location from above, no cutting needed. The only difference in the small cavity on the right hand side, there is no ABS unit. On the left hand side in the same location hole, you have a small ABS unit with a fabric cover, which will also need to be trimmed the exact same hole location as you have done with the plastic arch liner. This may be opposite on left-hand drive vehicles. This is a right-hand drive vehicle for purposes of the video, and the small ABS unit is on the left hand side. So all that is needed to be done is a small cutout in the carpet as well as the plastic arch liner. Next step, we are going to demonstrate cutting and adding the small incision in the plastic arch liner. Heading on to the cutting process, we have added 4 small holes which help us and assist us with going from point to point. Your body shop will have a different cutting tool to the one we are using next. You can always start with a small drill head and work your way larger and larger until you have the adequate size of hole needed for the ducting. This is just an example, the tool that we are using in the video. That is the center point now removed. We are going to go around now with a sanding device to ensure that the cutout is perfectly smooth and looks as per OEM. As we have mentioned previously in the video, these pieces from Porsche are very inexpensive, which makes the full installation and the ducting fully reversible at any point of your choice. If you want to revert the car back to standard, if it's on a lease deal for resale purposes, this can be fully reversed with just ordering new plastic arch lining from Porsche, which makes it a fantastic modification for your vehicle. Helps for track performance, road going performance, and at the end of the day gives it the sporty look and appearance. We are just finishing up now with the sanding process on the inside, just to ensure that the whole location is perfect and even the whole way around. Once you have refitted the arch liner and fed the rubber hosing through the incision that we made in the arch liner, you're going to refit the self-tapper screws into position on the underside, which holds the front of the arch liner securely in place. Next up with the kit, you have the 4RS style front inner arch liner trims. They are almost identical to the originals. They have a small added section on them which helps channel the airflow directly onto the brake discs. Next up, the front trims, for some reason when ordering them from Porsche, do not come with the small drill hole location in them to secure the plastic ducting to the arch liner trim. So we are going to go ahead and add a small hole in the trim to line up with the small hole on the rubber ducting. The rubber ducting is very soft. It can be bent and twisted into position to ensure it is in the correct position. We are going to start off with a 4mm drill bit head and work our way up to a 9mm. This is the correct size that is needed for the push rivet plug to secure the ducting onto the plastic trim. We are going to demonstrate shortly using a drill and what is needed to ensure that the drilling is done correctly. The trim does not need to be removed. We are able to do it directly on the car and in position. With the drill hole location now completed, we are going to take the supplied push rivet plug and secure the ducting to the trim. Squeezing the two together, we are going to push the end of the pin through the push rivet plug, and that is the full install procedure, done and dusted. Very easy. I would say each side took us a total of 45 minutes while videoing. So all in, it should take you no longer than 2 hours once the front wheels have been removed from the vehicle. As mentioned many a times, this process is fully reversible. The only thing you need to do is buy new arch liners from Porsche. What a fantastic modification for any Porsche enthusiast, track going customer, people that want to keep their brakes nice and cool on track, and everyday performance with the looks to go with it. The last step is adding in the front latch. You're going to reuse the factory screws with adding in the latch. These are going to be screwed straight into the thread hole locations, which have a lovely aluminium backing plate for maximum security and safety at high speeds. Do not tighten up the latch fully, as the latch may need some adjustability while you are lining up the hood with the wings. With the bonnet, you will receive a genuine Porsche front vinyl sticker, which you will be adding to the bonnet after you have either painted it or straight out the box from us. We will share via email the exact placement so that you can ensure the placement of the badge is as per the original GT4 RS specs. The last step is adding in the rear water spray jet locations, exactly the same procedure as when you remove them from the original bonnet. We hope our installation video has helped you and your fitter when it comes to installing our GT4 RS style bonnet on your car. Enjoy some final videos and photos of the underside of the bonnet, and please make sure to like and subscribe to not miss out on any future releases and products for your vehicle.